Welcome back. In new this morning, ABC 15 is advocating for families who have lost loved ones. We share their stories and amplify their voices. But for so many, when they lose someone, it's a real struggle to afford medical bills and those funeral costs. ABC 15's Adam Mincer looks into the rising cost of dying and what steps can help ease that financial strain, allowing families to focus on grieving.
You probably don't want to think about it, but everything behind me comes with a price, from the headstones to the flowers to the casket underneath. And when families can't afford it, they turn to fundraising, selling food, and asking for donations online, doing what it takes to give their loved ones a proper farewell. To help, since COVID-19, Maricopa County has offered up to $1,200 in funeral assistance for low-income families.
The process of just trying to bury that individual can turn into a financial burden for those individuals that can either make or break them for other bills or potentially just cause a tremendous amount of stress.
But Interim Human Services Director Jason Matthews knows $1,200 is only enough to do the bare minimum.
And they're going to want a pine box.
It's something that Elisa Krasilic has to explain to people every day.
So when families will call and say, well, I need to know how much a funeral is, well, that would be like going into a restaurant and saying, I'd like to know how much a dinner is. Well, which dinner do you want? Which side do you want?
And she says, like at a restaurant, at a funeral home, there's a full menu of options, more now than ever before.
Do you want a prayer card to hand out at the service or a trifold story with an obituary, their photo and their life memories on it?
In 2023, the median cost of a casket and burial funeral was at about $8,000. A 6% increase from 2021, according to the National Funeral Directors Association. While Arizona is among the least expensive states for funerals, Krasilic says costs keep climbing, often surprising clients.
It's just that because people typically do a funeral 1 in 10 years, the cost of rising a funeral kind of doubles every 10 years. So, you know, what you might have gotten in the 80s or 90s for $1,500 or $2,000 out the door, then it goes to the 2000s. Now we're in, 2025. You are looking at that $8,000-$10,000 range.
But she says she makes transparency a priority and is always available.
We're available 24 hours a day. Death takes no holiday.
Her advice: have the tough conversations early and plan ahead if possible.
When you pre-plan, you can go on a payment plan. You can pick an option that's right for you. Most funeral homes will lock that price in at the price you purchased it at.
That way, when the time comes to say goodbye, you can focus on your loved one, not the cost. In Mesa, Adam Mincer, ABC 15, Arizona.